And I have officially dallied a little too late. I am packing up to get out of here because I am not supposed to be camping back here. Not the best, but not the worst. I had a few people who were fishing after dark who came by. I'm mostly hidden, but I was watching my lights. Okay, not too much worse for wear. So I set up right around dark. I was actually sitting in the shrubbery, setting up the tent without standing up as much as I could. Because like I said, it wasn't quite as private as I hoped. I could also see headlights or headlamps or something coming down this. Presumably the car is parked at the trailhead where people who are in here fishing. And they probably aren't going to care if they catch sight of me. If anything, they're probably going to go, oh, scary homeless person, and avoid me. But I'm always cautious because my worst case scenario is having to pack up and leave at 10, 11 o'clock at night once I'm already settled in. I have had to do that before. In Florida at one point I was set up and there were some people screaming and trying to tip over an outhouse. So I packed up and moved to another location. And here I am trying to control my expectations because these things are occasionally locked or otherwise trashed. Okay, there is something to be said for stealth camping because it does get me moving at a much more reasonable hour. Granted, I now have 2 days of completely unedited videos, so that I got to catch up with at some point. I'm not stressing too much at the moment because I had like 6 videos stacked up, which are now waiting to upload or be posted. But at least for me, I have a lot of trouble editing these if I don't do them right as they happen. The further I get behind, kind of the more discouraging it feels. I am currently 20 miles out of Grand Junction. I may have another mile or two to get to the hotel options, but assuming nothing goes majorly wrong, I do have hopes of being in a hotel tonight and finally getting laundry. Because I've been wearing the same stinky shirt for a week and change now. However long it's been since Crested Butte, anyway. I also have a box from my parents, so new shoes, which I can kind of use at the moment. It's getting to the point where I'm starting to feel the rocks coming up through the bottom. And even better, I get some bean dinners and other miscellaneous resupply things I need, like, socks, new pairs of underwear. As you can see, we are now on to the desert phase of this, the Western Desert, not to be confused with the Great American Corn Desert. I have been starting to look ahead into Utah, and it's going to get fun. There are a couple of 100+ mile food carries in there, which may require some creativity. I've been mapping out the water caches and just starting to get a handle on it. I do still have a couple of days past Grand Junction until I'm in Utah proper. The hardest thing is actually trying to figure out where my parents are going to come deliver my phone, because I need to have internet access for it to re-download apps once it does the data transfer. And that is enough of a mess. Part of me is wishing I just held off on the damn thing. I was tempted to just pound out the 4 or 5 additional miles to the BLM area, but I wasn't feeling it last night. There were a couple of dogs, there was a little bit of traffic, and once I passed this reservoir, it was all or nothing. And I figured I would probably be hiking for another, 3 hours after dark at that rate. So I have internet again. I just checked the weather, and at least for a couple of days there on Grand Mesa, the highs were in the 40s, hence why it kept coming down right between rain and like sleet. It is now looking like it is going to be in the mid 80s for the next week. Kind of amazing what a little drop of 5,000 feet gets you, huh? Incidentally, this is the BLM area where I could have camped last night. Okay, a nice lady working out of her van at the trailhead gave me some water, so I should be good to limp into Grand Junction. I'm doing pretty good. The post office that has my box, the box did get there. It was delayed. However, they seem to close at 5:15, so it's going to be iffy if I make it. Walking through the heat here, it's kind of hard to believe I was being sleeted on 2 days ago. Oh, that is kind of cool. Makes me miss the Green River trip we did. Package acquired. Oddly enough, the guy said that they get a lot of boxes like this come in for hikers. I don't know what trail it would be though. And now, while I would really, really like to be diving for a hotel room, I have one higher priority: Mexican food. Priorities. And now that I've eaten enough to put myself in a food coma, the hotel. With the amount of people just sleeping out on the streets, why am I getting a hotel?